How do you use a fishing float tube for brown trout? If you are looking to catch brown trout in a unique way, using a fishing float tube can be an exciting option. This method allows you to reach areas that are often overlooked by shore anglers. Let's get into the details of how to effectively use a float tube for brown trout fishing. First, you want to ensure your float tube is properly inflated and set up for stability. Enter the water gently to avoid making too much noise. Once you are in the water, use fins attached to your feet to move quietly. Position yourself near spots where brown trout like to hang out, such as weed beds, rocky points, or deeper pools. When you start fishing, begin with short casts of about 15 feet. This helps avoid spooking the fish. As you get comfortable, you can gradually increase your casting distance. Think of casting around an imaginary clock face, presenting your fly or lure in different directions. Brown trout are known to be opportunistic feeders and will strike quickly if the presentation looks natural. For fly fishing, consider using dry flies like CDC hoppers, daddies, or sedge patterns. These work well when trout are feeding near the surface. If you want to fish below the surface, nymphs like dial bach, gold bead hare's ear, or pheasant tail patterns can be effective. Using two flies on a leader rigged with a dropper can also increase your chances of a catch. Remember to degrease your leader when using dry flies to keep them from floating unnaturally. Nymph fishing from a float tube is particularly effective for brown trout. Use a floating line with a long leader, ideally over 15 feet. You can attach up to 3 weighted nymphs on a tippet ring. Cast out and let the flies sink slowly while drifting with the wind. Keep in contact with the flies and be ready to strike at any movement. Streamer fishing is another great method to try. Choose your line and fly weight based on the water depth and where the trout are located. Use a floating line with an unweighted streamer in shallow areas or a fast-sinking line with a heavy streamer in deeper water. After casting, count down to the desired depth before retrieving with a slow, steady motion to mimic prey. Throughout your fishing session, remember to move quietly and avoid sudden movements. If you do not get any bites after a few casts, consider repositioning to a new spot. Float tubes allow you to access deeper or less pressured water, which can lead to encounters with larger, more cautious brown trout. Using a fishing float tube for brown trout combines stealthy access, careful casting, and the right fly or lure selection. This method allows you to cover water efficiently and present your flies naturally, increasing your chances of a successful catch.